Good morning, AP Environmental Science students. I am making this video to go through some of the important information you will need to know for the AP test coming up. So if you did not go to our Google Meet last week, or if you cannot attend this week on Thursday, I highly recommend you watch this video, and I will try to keep it as concise as possible so you just get the most information as quickly as possible. All right, I'll just go through my screen and show you where a few things are located. If you go to materials for either first period or third period, go to our resources, and there's a few important documents. This Microsoft Word document is kind of a one-stop shop for you to look at many of the important things that you need. And here we go. So you can spend more time looking at this, but of course our test is on May 18th, and you will be taking it at 3 p.m. However, you need to sign in at 2:30, 30 minutes prior to the test, all right? 2 FRQ questions, we've talked about that. One will be 25 minutes with a 5-minute upload period. That'll be worth 60% of the score. The other one's 15 minutes with a 5-minute upload period, which is worth 40%. Okay, you can scroll through this, look at some of the questions. There is a link that has tips for taking online tests, or open notebook tests, I should say. And a couple other links. I want to go through a few of these links right now. So, for example, this link talks about some of the updates, and it's a very easy place to go look at some important things, which we'll get into in a moment. The exam demo is something that you need to do this week. I think you should probably get it done as soon as possible. We'll talk about that more in a minute. The exam day checklist, I'll show you that. Your confirmation of your email, where your e-ticket will be sent, the check-in 30 minutes early. So these are like really the main key things that you need. And again, going back, if you go to this first link, you will get to that page, okay? All right. Before we get into the interactive demo and a few other things, the exam day experience. So this is another link that'll be helpful. Again, it talks about this interactive demo, which you need to do. And I'm going to talk about that next. All right. This link right here, the interactive demo, will bring you to the interactive demo, obviously. All right. For the real exam, you will have your AP ID, your identification. You can find that AP ID in the AP exam e-ticket, which they will email you 2 days before the test. You should log on to College Board AP site. Make sure that your email is accurate, up to date. Make sure you're getting emails from them. They should have sent you some emails. If you never, it should be your stpaul.k12.mn.us account. If you never check that, you need to start checking that. Make sure you're getting them and make sure that's accurate. I believe you can see your AP ID on that website as well. For now, though, you can just type in the word practice, and that's going to bring you to this page. If you notice, there is a timer counting down. That's giving you the amount of time you need to type in this information. We're just going to do mine, for example. They're letting me do this October 17th. Now you guys will really see how old I am. Old man these days. So email address, mine. Although I'm a teacher, I'm still registered with College Board, so it allows me to do the same thing that you guys can for the most part, at least to check it out. So here we go. I'm testing from home. I agree. All right, that took me about 40 seconds. All right. So this is kind of the demo. So it's going to show you kind of what you can expect on test day. Your exam will begin soon. Do not refresh the page or hit back. We're going to go through different ways you could submit your answers, but this is essentially it. Attaching text, adding a photo, or copy and pasting. We'll look at that. So I don't know. You guys can play with this a little bit more. Let's say I'm gonna go to attach. That shows you the guidelines, I guess. You can look at that. I thought it would allow me to go to the next thing. Oh, it'll automatically start at 9:32 when this timer runs out. Maybe we'll go back to that in a minute. Okay, so your exam day checklist link. Also a very important link for you to look at. Am I ready to test? All right, these bullet points are important. You should read through them carefully. In addition, let's see. I also put the PDF version of this checklist on your Schoology account. So this checklist is a little bit more user-friendly than that link, although somewhere in that link it's the same information. All right, beforehand, if you have a printer at home, you can print this out so you have it. If you don't worry. Have maybe a scratch piece of paper. You do want to get this information ready before you take the test. Write down your AP ID so you have it ready. Write down the day and the time. And then you can go through these checklists and check off the boxes that you feel like you are ready to take the test. The last thing I want is any anxiety the day of the test. You need to prepare so you're ready to go the day of the test, because you're going to run out of time if you're not. So that checklist right under our resources, and I'm going to go back to our document here and then get into a few more things. So let's see if this is ready yet. 1 minute countdown on this page. We're going to go back. All right, what else do we have on here? We have our checklist. Oh, and if you want to learn a little bit more about exam security and whatnot, you can go to that last link. So this is the basics. All right. However, also on your Schoology account is this AP Testing Guide 2020 PDF. Now, I gave you the basic links and kept everything very concise for you. This is going to be more detailed information about everything. And I highly recommend that you look at this. So, let's see here. See if we're ready to look at this. Okay, 11 seconds left. It's going to transform us. All right, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but what I just did, we're going to go back to that guideline PDF in a moment. Right now, my time's ready. It's allowing me, your exam begins now. This is the demo, so now we're back at the demo. I waited 2 minutes, and it's going to go through a practice, and you should take this practice and read through the instructions. It's going to tell you what you need to know. All right. This basically just shows you take 5 minutes to create a demo response, include your AP ID. If you're handwriting, include a page. It's going to want you to go through the steps so then you can upload it or take a picture so you can practice. We're not going to do that right now. You can do that on your own. I'm going to close that out. I'd say go through all the demo steps so you're totally ready to go. All right. Okay, so this document right here, hopefully this will still work. Shoot. One second. Okay, so what I did, I just had this downloaded on my computer. I just opened this up so it's a little bit easier. So you can still see me talking. I'm going to go through this pretty quick. For this video, I only have a total of 15 minutes, and we're going to try to get through it real quick. So my time's already running out. And don't worry about, I'm just going to leave my face where it is. Okay, so this is going to give you some of the main things. Really look through points 1 through 4 on this. It talks about the testing demo, required documents, exam day checklist. We've already talked a little bit about that. The first part, your exam e-ticket. Okay, this is important to learn about. You will receive your e-ticket 2 days before the exam. You can also access your e-ticket in your student account. So make sure you can get into your student account. There's the link right there, myap.collegeboard.org. Practice getting into that right now or today or tomorrow or this week with plenty of time before the 18th for the test. Here's why. If for whatever reason you're scrambling, you have all your emails in your inbox, you can't find the email they sent with your e-ticket, go to your myap.collegeboard, you'll find your e-ticket in that location. The e-ticket is very crucial for you to take the test. Don't share your e-ticket. Your e-ticket will be valid for the May exam. I'd say don't lose it no matter what. So there is a makeup exam, and as you can see, this, if you want to look at all the testing dates for AP, there you can find those there. There's a June makeup. We can take that one step at a time if that's a thing. If something happens with your test, it goes wonky, we can talk about that. What to expect on this year's test. You can read through this, but it's not going to be more difficult to earn a 3, 4, or 5. Again, I'm kind of going through this pretty quick because I want to make it into one video, but on Thursday for our Google Meets, I'm hoping more people show up to that because we can answer any questions and talk about this. All right, on this slide, you have 3 ways to submit your response. Copy and paste a typed response, attach a typed response, attach 1 or more photos of a handwritten response. You need to decide what you want to do. If you're using a laptop or a desktop, you probably should type out your answer, would be my guess, unless you really want to write it out, and either attach it or copy and paste it. If phone is your only option for taking this test, maybe that is where you'd want to do a handwritten response. Copy and paste, this is going to be information about that. You cannot use Internet Explorer as a web browser. Just keep that in mind. It shows you can use Chrome, Firefox, Safari, or Edge. If you type it in a Google Doc or Microsoft Word, you can then copy the answers. I'd say save them, but then copy and paste it. Otherwise, attaching a document. Download the document. Maybe you do it in Google Docs. Download it as a PDF, and then you're going to attach it and submit your answers. We have 2 FRQs, so you'll be doing this twice. Whether it's copy and pasting or attaching the document, you have to do that for FRQ1 and FRQ2. If you take the photo, if you want to do the photo, you can read more about that here. But yeah, I don't know if a lot of you will do that, maybe some. Makeup exams, we'll talk about that if you absolutely need to, and you can read through that slide. Let's see. 5 steps before the exam. Review your contact information on MyAP. Check your technology. Practice submitting your response on the demo. Gather what you need for each exam. Receive your exam confirmation and e-ticket emails so you have all that. Find a quiet place where you know you're going to take the exam. Tell your family members you have an important exam that you need to take, and be all ready to go. If you're going to use your parents' laptop or desktop, don't practice using that the 20 minutes before the test. Make sure it's all set up and ready to go. You can review your contact information. You can do that as soon as possible. Check your tech. This will be more information for all of those things that it says to do to prepare. Practice submitting the responses. What you'll need, this shows you what you need on exam day. So you can look at that, which is pretty basic. I want to get through a couple more before the time runs out here. E-ticket, exam day checklist, exam day. So don't worry about any of that. Exam security. You cannot copy and paste stuff you get off the internet. Do not do that. Read through this exam security page. Know what you can and cannot do, but you don't want to just copy and paste off the internet. They're going to use software to detect that if you do that. This is going to be a little bit of what this looks like, and enter your AP ID. Then when it's time to submit, you'll have, oh, this is how much time we have left to submit. Okay, this video is about to run out. The resources are all available for you guys, and we will be checking in again on our Google Meet so I can go over any more information that you need. But this is just a crash course on where the resources are located and what you need to do. So I hope you watch this video, and we will be in touch. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.